Hi there, my name is Mallorie Rodak. I am a voice actor. I'm the voice of Frieren in Frieren Beyond Journey's End. And you are listening to Podcast Across Worlds, Hawaii's #1 podcast for anime and manga.
Aloha everybody, welcome to Podcast Across Worlds, where we like to read a lot of manga, watch a lot of anime, and talk about it for hours. I'm your host, Lehua Superfina. This year, we had an amazing time attending Kawaii Kon 2025. We are absolutely thrilled to share with you our experience chatting with an amazing actor whose talent has brought to life some truly captivating and memorable characters. You've journeyed alongside the thoughtful and enduring elf Frieren and the critically acclaimed Frieren Beyond Journey's End. You've witnessed the insightful and analytical voice of a great sage, evolving into the powerful Raphael in That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. You've admired the stoic precision of the high elf archer in the dark fantasy world of Goblin Slayer. Please give a huge welcome to the incredibly talented Mallorie Rodak.
So, Mallorie, thank you so much for being on Podcast Across Worlds at Kawaii Kon. How have you been?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing really well. It's hard to be doing bad here in Hawaii. It's gorgeous. The weather is amazing. The beach is not too far away, so I'm having the best time.
And so, while you're at Kawaii Kon, or not Kawaii Kon, any convention, what do you like to do on your free time?
Ooh, #1 thing is eat delicious food. I love to eat good food, and so we've been able to have some amazing Hawaiian barbecue, some great seafood. I'm about to have some spam musubi for lunch. So just trying the local cuisine is my favorite thing to do because I'm very food motivated. So
Did you do your research before you came here, or were you getting like recommendations as you were at the convention?
You know, it's kind of a combination of both, but I always love hearing from locals. You know, if they come up to my table, you know, what would you recommend for a hike? What would you recommend for, you know, a good dinner? And so I've gotten some amazing recommendations just from people coming up and chatting with me. And I feel like, you know, of course you can do your research, but it's always nice to get a local's perspective as well.
Oh, yeah. So when you're doing your research, were like the same names popping up? You're like, yes, that was a good choice on my list.
Yeah, particularly with hikes too. So some of the hikes that I had looked at beforehand, people were telling me they could be good ones because tomorrow we've got a free day. So hopefully we can take tomorrow to explore Oahu and, you know, eat our way through the island.
Nice. And you're doing a lot of stuff. What do you like to do to recharge yourself?
Oh, I love that question because to me it is very important. I'm a person who I have a hard time saying no. And so what ends up happening is I get a lot of burnout. And so recharging is absolutely necessary. The thing I'm doing right now is I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Oh my gosh, that is on my list. I want to play that. What is that like for you?
It is so relaxing. To me, it's a combination of Animal Crossing and surprisingly, like Breath of the Wild, because it's very open world. You actually have like stamina wheels like you do in Breath of the Wild as well. So you just go around, you collect stuff, you know, you chat with your friends. I'm getting very familiar with all the Sanrio characters. My favorite is Peckle. He is a little duck and he is so cute. So I'm getting to know kind of the Sanrio universe, which I really didn't know too much about before playing the game, but it's extremely relaxing. So I love it.
Nice. That's like one of the reasons why that was like on my list, because it looked relaxing. I didn't really get into the whole Animal Crossing, but when I saw the Sanrio version, I was like, okay, I can get into this. And I saw some of the RPG elements, the puzzles. I was like, what attracted you to the game?
I think the coziness of it. I love a good cozy game. So gosh, and it's on Switch now. So I just have my Nintendo Switch. So it took forever for a lot of games to kind of be ported over there, but I love like Stardew Valley, very cozy. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Gosh, what else did I play? All the cozy games that are just kind of relaxing, because sometimes when a game's too intense, you know, it's like you go to it for a bit of recreation, but then you end up being really stressed out playing the game. But you're not stressed out on Hello Kitty Island Adventure, I'll tell you that.
I haven't really gotten into a cozy game, but I've seen how they play, and I feel like I would vibe with it a lot, because a lot of like RPG games, I tend to craft a lot. I like to gather, and I like to craft. I like to collect the recipes and like get those down. And then when I get the recipe, I'm like, oh no, I don't have that one ingredient. Like I'm all for it to the foraging part.
Yes, that is absolutely my style. So I will play, like I just played Witcher 3 and like for that game, I am going around and just collecting everything, like opening up every chest. It's almost like Frieren in a way, you know, she's always falling for the mimic, like 100% I'm the same way, just collecting things as much as I can. That's my favorite part of the game is just exploring and collecting. And yeah, at Hello Kitty Island Adventure, there's a lot of that.
So video games, what else helps you recharge?
Ooh, you know, I'm also a board game person. So love board games. We are a big fan of Dune Imperium. So it's based on the Duneverse. If you're familiar with Frank Herbert, of course, the movie is coming out right now. Dune Imperium is a really good one. We also love Wingspan, which is another board game. And they just came out with a new one called Finspan. And so it's about fish, basically. So you kind of learn about fish and you get to play this game and you kind of dive underwater as you play it. They also have Wormspan, which is dragons. So that one's pretty cool too. So just getting, you know, my friends together and playing a good board game, that helps me recharge as well.
Wow. So who picks the board game first? You or the others?
It's a collective effort. So someone will get a board game maybe for their birthday or, you know, something like that. And they'll say, hey, let's try it out. So we try it out, and then if we like it, it ends up like being in the rotation, you know, of games we play. If we don't like it, we don't play it as often. So it's a collective effort that everyone, you know, agrees upon, and they want to play that game.
Where do you go to get these board games?
Oh, board game shop. We have a really great one in my hometown, and so just going there, hearing kind of what their new games are that they have on docket, what they recommend. Yeah, we have a couple good, really good board game stores, which is nice.
So how did you get into the board games though? That seems like that's a niche, right?
It is. My first foray was Settlers of Catan, which is pretty iconic board game. And then I would say the next one is I got Everdell, which is a really, really cute game. It has like this 3D tree that you can build, and you put your little workers on there.
Oh, cute!
It's really cute. I think it won some awards for board game design. So, you know, I think that one, we played Everdell like to the ground. We played it so many times. We actually keep like the sticky notes. After every game, you know, we tally up our scores and our pile of sticky notes for Everdell is like this thick, which means we've played it a lot of times. So I think that those games kind of got me into it. But then Dune Imperium, for some reason, like it's a very heavy strategy game. So it is a bit complex, but once you get into it, oh my gosh, it is so much fun. And the whole friend group loves Dune. And so anytime we get together, we're like, are we playing Dune? Are we playing Dune?
So the only strategy games I play so far is like RPG strategy, and they take a long time, a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, especially they're like, okay, you can move this character here and you can use these moves towards these enemies or to like support your allies.
Yes.
How is the Dune game strategy heavy? Like, what is that like?
It's extremely strategy heavy. You kind of have to be thinking a couple moves ahead. There is a quote in the Duneverse, plans within plans within plans. And in Dune, you have plans within plans within plans. So what I love about Dune is it's worker placement. So you take a worker, you put it somewhere and you collect the resources, but there's also a battle aspect. There's, you know, with the expansions, there's other aspects of the game as well. So, there's always something interesting to do. And the cards are really interesting. If you get it's a deck builder as well. So if you get a good set, in your deck, you can really have a great game. So it's just fun.
How long does it take for you guys to play? Because it sounds like it'll take you hours. You like stop and then you play again another day, or you like finish it all in one setting?
All in one night. And the funny thing is, I think on the game it says, oh, you know, it'll take like maybe 4 hours. That game can take like 6 hours if you've got 4 players or more. It can take a while, but it's great. I don't know. I always at panels, you know, if we start talking about board games, I'm like, does anyone in the room play Dune Imperium? And nobody raises their hands, but it's a very popular game. I think I saw it at Target, you know, so I think it's selling, but I haven't found people in the con scene yet that have gotten into Dune Imperium.
Okay.
So if you're out there and you play Dune, let me know.
So what type of refreshments do you guys like to have while you're playing?
Ooh, all types. I love hosting people. That's one of my favorite things to do. So if I have people over at my house, like having some good snacks there is always good. Sometimes we'll order some pizza as well. So having a good selection of snacks is key for a good board game night.
Mm-hmm. What kind of pizza do you guys normally order?
Ooh, there is a company in my hometown that they have, of course, your standard pizzas, but they have this sauce called sriracha.
Sriracha?
So it's sriracha and ranch.
What?
And I'll order like 6 extra srirachas because I just dip my pizza in the sriracha.
Okay, I've heard that we like to do that, mixing with mayo with like a lot of our salads, our poke bowls, but like, wow, with pizza.
Yeah, the sriracha. It has also like a heavy dill flavor. I love dill as well. So, oh my gosh, I feel like I could just drink the sriracha. It's so good.
Is there a specific pizza that goes well with that?
This may be kind of basic, but I really like, they just have a cheesy app is what they call it. So it's almost just like a cheesy breadstick kind of thing. And that with the sriracha, so simple, but delicious. They also do like a hot honey, like swirl on the pizza.
What?
So like a pepperoni with a hot honey swirl on it. Chef's kiss.
Whoa. What is this pizza place called?
It's called Zalat. And it's owned by, I think, a Vietnamese company, Dalat. And then they started a pizza company, Zalat.
No wonder you're surrounded. That's interesting. What else? What other pizzas do you like from them?
You know, there's another company that I also will order pizza from, and it is delicious. They have something called the Honey Bastard. Excuse my language, but that's the name of the pizza, and it has that hot honey on it with sopressata, which is a type of like pepperoni. Well, that combination, even the crust is just delicious.
So we were talking about pizza and other foods that you enjoy.
Yes.
However, do you have any other hobbies?
Ooh, you know, something else I like doing is jigsaw puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles?
Totally nerdy thing. But my friends and I, we actually really want to start doing competitive like speed puzzling.
Whoa.
So my friend Kim and I, we both love doing jigsaw puzzles. And we actually started testing ourselves with competition puzzles that they use in the competition. So we bought that puzzle. We were, you know, checking how fast we could do it and then checking our times against other people. So it's on my bucket list. I have an actual bucket list and I would love to do a puzzling competition. But for now, you know, I just do jigsaw puzzles to just relax and have fun. I have one out at my house right now, so I'm excited to get back to that and finish it.
How did you guys hear about competition jigsaw puzzles?
It is real. There's a whole community out there, and they do events all over. Yeah, there may be one in your home state.
I'm pretty sure about that. Guaranteed. And how many jigsaw puzzles do you have? It sounds like you have a lot.
You know, I keep some of my favorites. There's Charles Wysocki. He does some cat puzzles, so I collect the cat puzzles. And then a lot of them, you know, I get done with it, and then I find someone to give it to or donate it to charity. Because once you've done a puzzle, you've done it, you know. So I like to find a new home for it, so someone else can have fun doing it.
Oh, nice. So what would you recommend for someone who's just starting doing jigsaw puzzles? Do you recommend them go to like the hundreds or how many pieces?
I would say a good number is maybe a 750. Make sure you buy it from a good company. There's one that we always joke about. It's a buffalo snap. So it means that like the pieces just fit together really well. Because sometimes if you get like a low quality jigsaw puzzle, the pieces, you know, it's very unclear. Like, do these pieces go together? I'm not sure. But if you get a good quality puzzle, we say, oh yeah, that's a buffalo snap, you know, when it fits together perfectly. So find a good one that is a reputable puzzle maker. And then 750 is a good amount, I feel like. Or 500, you know, if you don't have a lot of time. And then you can just work your way up from there. My favorite is 1,000 piece. You know, I feel like it takes a while to do, but it's a good amount, especially if you've got a group of people who are doing the puzzle.
Oh, how fun. Well, I really enjoyed talking with you about sangria, about pizza, about board games.
All my favorite things.
That is so fun, Mallorie. Thank you so much for being on Podcasts Across Worlds. We really appreciate it. We love the work you're doing.
Thank you.
And everybody else who are watching, listening, keep reading manga, keep watching anime, and keep listening to Podcasts Across Worlds. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Podcasts Across Worlds. This is a passion project that was created by Lehua Superfina and is co-hosted by myself, Mikhail Casnova. If you enjoyed this episode and any of the topics that we talk about, or any of the guests and voice actors and various people we have on the show, then make sure you do us a solid by, if you're watching it on YouTube, which is on youtube.com/LehuaSuperfina, then make sure you like the video, share it around with someone you think would enjoy it, as well as leave a comment on what you think could be improved, or what you liked, what you didn't like, and all that in between. If you're listening to the show on any of the major podcasting outlets, such as Amazon Music, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or any of the others, then make sure you leave a rating, leave a comment, interact with the polls that we put out, and so much more. If you want to support the show, we do have Patreon, as well as many other methods for supporting. And with that being said, we're signing out. We hope you enjoyed this, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Keep listening, keep watching, and keep enjoying Podcasts Across Worlds. We'll see you around.